Check back. Former President Donald Trump will be in Prairie du Chien this Saturday, where he's expected to talk about the border and immigration.
Our State Capitol Bureau Chief Vanessa Kelson tells us more about the national attention the city is receiving.
Prairie du Chien is a small city of just around 5,000 people on the border of Iowa. Earlier this month, Prairie du Chien police arrested an undocumented Venezuelan immigrant for allegedly assaulting a woman and her daughter in what police call a targeted attack. Now Republicans are citing it as an example to argue undocumented immigration is a key issue for the battleground state. To learn more about the correlation between undocumented immigrants and crime, I sat down with UW-Madison professor Michael Light.
Undocumented immigrants have a very strong incentive not to commit crime, right? I mean, any, sort of run-in with the law is potentially, you're likely to get deported.
His research published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences.
Undocumented immigrants in Texas tend to have lower rates of criminality.
How much lower?
Well, it depends on the crime type, but considerably lower depending on the type of crime. So we found that, I believe for violent crimes, undocumented immigrants are 2 times less likely to be arrested for a violent crime. I want to say for property crimes, about 4 times less likely. For drugs, I want to say it's somewhere in between those two.
When you hear of the case in Prairie du Chien of the Venezuelan undocumented immigrant with alleged gang ties, I mean, what's your reaction when you hear a story like that that instantly gets picked up and is on all of the airwaves?
Part of the reason why those stories tend to make national news is, I think, because it generates this sort of additional sort of aggravating factor of somebody who wasn't supposed to be here in the first place. Is now victimizing community members, and that resonates with people in a different way.
On Saturday, we'll have coverage of the former president's visit to the Prairie du Chien Area Arts Center, which is set to start at 11:30 a.m. For now, in Madison, Vanessa Kelson.
A new study shows the presidential race is close across 3 critical states. According to the latest polling from Marist College, Trump and Harris are tied at 49% in North Carolina. In Arizona and Georgia, there's no clear leader either. Trump's at 50, Harris 49. That is within each poll's margin of error.
A new CNN poll shows Harris leading Trump by a wide margin among black likely voters. The breakdown is 79% for Harris, 16% for Trump. That is a 63-point margin, but it falls short of the 2020 election, where exit polls showed President Biden had a 75-point margin over Trump among those black voters.